Now, before I start this video, this is a no-brainer that you should be summoning on this banner, but this video is mainly so that you can break down the kits so you can see like how great they are. Like, these units are insane. So I don't want to hear what's the point of this video. Like, there's no point, but it's just a series that I have and I want to break down the kits. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video, man.
To go even further beyond.
Yeah, my name's Zakashi and today is a beautiful day. Today, you know what the day is. You click the video because you know why we're here. We're doing a should you summon on whether you should actually summon on the new banner, which is going to feature the new Final Form Freezer, the new LF Full Power Super Saiyan Broly, and the man of the year pushing Ultra Instinct Goku all the way back, Super Saiyan God Gogeta, who is also a legendary Finnish character. Now this is insane that we're getting two LF characters back to back. So it's gonna be very techie deciding which one you should summon on, which one's the best. Like, we need to look into their stats properly. They've given the kits there and everything they can do, and the previews looked insane. However, just so you guys know, I'm not going to be showing the previews in this video simply because I don't want to get copyright claimed. So if you want to go see the previews, I've also uploaded those on my channel, but we're just going to be strictly looking at the kits and making some general analysis of like what teams they can fit on, etc, because they're going to have lots of tags, which is what Toshi was actually saying in the preview. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video, man. If you haven't already, make sure you press that subscribe button on this grind to 15k. All my socials are on the left. It's the YouTube channel, but we got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and the Discord link all in the description below. They're actually at the top of this video because it's a full screen video. We're going to be looking on Twitter here. So yeah, let's get into actually, you can see the preview there, but we're not trying to watch all that. Alright, so what I thought we would do, we'd actually go into the units in the order of the most hype, but bottom up. So we're going to start with Final Form Freezer. Obviously, he's an element red character, so he's going to be pushing out the other Freezer that we have, the red Freezer, which is quite unfortunate for him, but I don't really care. Character tags: Freezer Force, Transforming Warrior, and Lineage of Evil. When activating special arts, which is the green card, randomly draws one card, plus takes your opponent's Dragon Ball and adds them to your own upon hit. From what I've seen about the green card, it was at the start of his preview. It was kind of like a thing where he pulls the enemy closer to himself. So it's kind of, I think it's going to be a thing where like if we take Broly and Sheila, for example, their green card kind of grabs you. So I feel like it'll be something like that, which is nothing too crazy, I'm not going to lie. Lots of green cards are like that, but what it can do actually increases your own Dragon Balls. We need to see if that has a limit. Sometimes it would be like activates 3 times, but the draw card thing is actually pretty useful if you get the right card of your choice. It also boosts, he also boosts damage inflicted according to the number of Dragon Balls you possess. So he's kind of like Omega Shenron. That's the vibe that we're getting. More Dragon Balls means more damage. Reduces enemy ki by 50 and enemy ki recovery by 30% for 3 time accounts upon landing a Blast Arts hit. So every Blast Arts hit is pretty much going to do like, it's going to cause an inconvenience for the enemy. That's kind of like a Goku Black type thing, except that when you attack Goku Black, you lose ki. But in this case, when Frieza actually lands cards, the enemy is actually going to lose ki and their ki recovery is actually going to go down. So that's real inconvenient. Even though it's only 3 time accounts, it's inconvenient as hell. And then his main ability reduces all enemies' arts card draw speed by 2 levels. That's really annoying. So they could be standing there for a while and only drawing 2 cards. So that's going to really cause an inconvenience on the battlefield, honestly. Popping that main ability, especially with characters like Gogeta, not Vegeta or Blue, Kefla, characters, Android 18, characters that draw in cards quick, they're just going to get shut down. Then his Z ability at Z ability 3, 6 stars, plus 30% to episode sagas from the movies or tag Lineage of Evil, base blast attack and defense, and 15% to tag Lineage of Evil base strike defense during battle. So he's definitely looking like the best Lineage of Evil red by far. So for a Lineage of Evil team, he's going to fit. You could also put him on the sagas from the movies, but we've got Gogeta. Even though he doesn't buff the movies team, he can fit on the movies team as well. He's not looking better than Gogeta, but can cause some inconveniences for Gogeta. I would advise using this guy for sagas of the movies team because he's probably going to be easier to access than the Zenkai 7 Gogeta. and definitely on a lineage of evil team. But let's move on to our next character now. Next here, we got Element Blue, Super Saiyan Broly, full power. He's an LF as well, just like Gogeta, but we're going to get into Gogeta later. He's gonna have hella tags. These characters can fit on hella teams like Broly and Gogeta, obviously. He's got Saiyan, Super Saiyan, powerful opponent. He's also going to have sagas from the movies because he's a movies character. I don't know why they didn't mention that. But getting into what he can do, he's just getting damage inflicted all over the place. Like, it's disgusting. Every time you use an art card plus 20% to damage inflicted, it doesn't give a timer count for how long it lasts. But if there's a limit on it, or even if like it's a timer count, that's insane. 20% is insane. The next one, plus 20% to damage inflicted when he evades an enemy attack with a vanishing step, plus 20% to damage inflicted after enemy attack is over, plus 25% to damage inflicted when enemy switches characters while he's on the battlefield. Just getting buffs on buffs on buffs on buffs on buffs. Like, literally so many damage inflicted buffs. And you know, if you know me, damage inflicted buffs are my best like stat boost in any way, shape or form. If we look at the preview, he has a cover change with against strike attack, which is what's next, special cover change. He also has blast armor as well, and his special move is actually long distance, which is pretty nice. From what I can see, like the blast armor thing with everything is nice. Blast armor on its ultimate, blast armor on his strike. His green card is like a buff type thing, so it's not going to do anything crazy to the opponent in terms of like debuffs. I don't believe it could. We don't know yet, but what it does, it just powers him up. Basically, is one of those type. It doesn't like hit the enemy or something like that, like Super Perfect Cell, for example. His Z ability 3, plus 32% to tag powerful opponent or episode sagas from the movies, base strike attack and defense. And then on top of that, if you have both tag powerful opponent and episode sagas from the movies, you get 15% base blast attack during battle. So that's pretty neat. I like that. He's just doing so much damage all over the place. If we look at the blues that they have like with his tags, we've got the blue Zenkai Broly. You can actually buff this guy, which is going to be disgusting. He can also get buffed by Super Saiyan Bardock, which is disgusting. Zenkai 7. We've got substitutes for him, just saying. Namek Goku, who also has a Zenkai. We've got Majin Vegeta, and then just to mention them because they are blues, Vegeta Blue and Super Saiyan God Goku. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku Blue. But they're God characters, they're not really Saiyans. But this guy here, he's going to be mained on the sagas from the movies team, but I see people using him on Super Saiyan, just how disgusting he will be with Bardock. Double blue, they had to make him a double blue, because if he was this strong and he's not blue, that would make it so unfair with Bardock. I just see that. But yeah, man, this guy is nuts, honestly. But yeah, let's get into the main man of the hour. Now, let's get into the main man who we're really looking for. This guy here, legendary finish, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta Blue here. They executed the animations beautifully. They don't miss with the execution of the animations. It's so beautiful to see how they put it out, honestly. But yeah, he's an element yellow. Like Toshi said, he can fit on many teams, which is what's really good. So you can see he can fit on Saiyan, Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan team. So that's just blue, but it's God Key as well. Fusion Warrior and Fusion. He's also going to be sagas from the movies, which is insane. When activating special arts, reduces his damage received by 30% for 5 timer counts. Cannot be stacked. So special arts is the green card. Reduces damage received by 30%. So he's going to be hella tanky from what I can see just off that. Counter will activate upon enemies tap attack, tackle or strike arts while in fighting pose. So he's like the red Gogeta in terms of his counter. The green card, if you saw the animation, it was that milli rack, that milli rack that he done. It was clean. It activates on anything basically that's a punch. When counter activates, he's gonna draw a strike arts next straight away, so you can always combo something into it. So there's no risk in actually using it. It's not just you're gonna use it to just protect yourself. You're gonna get a card off. He restores his ki by 40 just by getting it off, and he also gets plus 50% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. 50% is insane. He also cancels enemy attribute upgrades and inflicts all enemies with no switching for 5 timer counts. So that next strike art is going to hit whoever's in front of you without a doubt. There's no stopping it. There's nothing you can do to get rid of it. Honestly, that is insane, all those things that he gets just by using his green card. Like, wow, that's mad. The main ability restores his health by 30% and ki by 40 and nullifies his attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Jesus. Gains buff effect, nullifies enemies special actions that activate when changing cover when he enters the battlefield. Activates free time. So he can't get cover changed by people like full power Bojack, super perfect cell, super saiyan 3 Goku, instant transmission Goku, Vegito Blue, Murder Master. Pack them up. The cover change is not running, like, and he also has his own special cover change against strike arts. Like, that is nuts. This guy is just immortal on the battlefield. That's what it's looking like. His Z ability, he buffs Sagas first from what I can see, God Key second, and Fusion third. Now that kind of stinks because I only want to run him on a Fusion team, so I have to get him to 6-star to get that Fusion. Wow, like, they're really trying to make Saga's top tier team. So it looks like people are going to be running Sagas. Blue, yellow, and then what? A red Gogeta? I don't know. Like, it's going to be insane. Sagas from the movies is up right now. They're eating. They got some good eats right now. Like, they on top. And then it just adds at the bottom, the unbelievably strong character excels in both strike and defense. We can clearly see that. His special move is long range, is what I like. I love long range specials. He doesn't have blast armor, which is alright, but he does have blast armor in his ultimate arts, which makes sense. But his strike arts doesn't. But yeah, I'm really feeling this Gogeta. Honestly, it's looking lit. Like, honestly, the animation on his ultimate is insane if you haven't seen it already. But overall, like, you heard what I said at the beginning of the video. This is just to break down their kits. They look so beautiful, and to see that they're actually going to be insane. I'm not even talking about Frieza, I'm talking about Broly and Gogeta. Alright, so one thing I was actually waiting for was this website to actually update the Legends DBZ space, because they actually show who's going to be on each banner. People like to consider the other things, but I don't really care about them, honestly, because the banners focus on the main 2 characters. I never really summon on new banners for old characters, but it's a plus if I get them. But just in case people are wondering, we've got Vegito Blue and Margin Vegeta on the Broly banner, and we've got LF Frieza and Namek Goku on the Gogeta banner. I'm going for Gogeta, and I'm going to get Zenkai 7 LF Namek Goku if I'm lucky. But if not, then I'll hopefully just get Gogeta, just to weigh up the difference. But I did predict there'll be an EX Broly, which is nice. He's on both banners. Frieza's on both banners. So you're going to have hella stars on Frieza. But hopefully the rates are cheap. The rates are high and the summons are cheap. But we'll just have to see. That's just something I wanted to add in before I end the actual video. To conclude now, I have to give my conclusion of what I'm going to do. Because I main a Fusion team, and my Fusion team is clearly my best team if you've seen any of my showcases, I'm definitely going to pull hard for Gogeta, and I don't think I'm going to even touch the Broly banner. And even though Broly is exceptionally good, I really want a 6-star Gogeta over even one pull of Broly. So depending on how it's going to work, obviously we can see there's 2 banners. I really want more copies of Gogeta than anything. So, you know, LFs are hard to pull as is. So to even put the risk of not getting Gogeta with my minimal amount of Chrono Crystals, it's going to be bad as is. So I feel like if you've got a good Saiyan team,